Opening act. The scene is set in a grand arena bathed in eerie sea of orange and black lights. The stage is decorated with vintage 90s Halloween decorations, creating a bizarre, nostalgic atmosphere. The ceiling is draped with hanging VHS tapes, swaying gently, adding to the surreal vibe. The crowd buzzes with excitement, their murmurs growing louder as the lights dim. Suddenly, the sound of a guitar riff pierces the air, and the crowd erupts into cheers. The spotlight hits the stage, revealing the legendary grunge band Nirvana. They launch into their iconic hit, Smells Like Teen Spirit, the heavy, gritty sound filling the arena. Kurt Cobain's raw, powerful voice echoes, blending perfectly with the eerie lighting and the unique decorations. The camera pans across the audience, showing fans singing along, their faces lit up with excitement and nostalgia. The band's performance is electric, each member giving it their all, the energy palpable. The stage lights flicker and dance in sync with the music, creating a visually stunning experience. As the song reaches its climax, the lights flash rapidly, casting dramatic shadows across the stage and the audience. The performance is a perfect blend of music, lights, and atmosphere, setting the tone for the rest of the evening. Segment 2. Introduction. The lights dim once more as Nirvana's performance comes to an end. The audience is still buzzing with excitement, their cheers filling the air. Suddenly, the spotlight focuses on the center of the ring, where a figure begins to emerge from the shadows. It's Freddy Krueger, the notorious villain and president of 1412 Wrestling. Freddy steps into the ring, his presence commanding immediate attention. The spotlight gleams off his razor-sharp fingers, adding an extra layer of menace to his already intimidating figure. As he reaches the center, he pauses, soaking in the energy of the crowd. The camera shifts to show Vice President Dana Scully, the no-nonsense investigator from the X-Files, stepping into the ring with a determined look on her face. She is followed closely by the ruthless and powerful Commissioner, Rita Repulsa, known for her cunning and strategic mind. Together, they form a formidable trio. Freddy Krueger raises a microphone to his mouth, his voice dripping with sinister charm. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most thrilling, most terrifying event of the year. Tonight, we unveil the ultimate championships in 1412 wrestling. The crowd roars in response, the excitement building. Freddy gestures to the side where a table covered with a black cloth stands. Dana Scully steps forward and dramatically pulls the cloth away, revealing the 1412 Sword Fighting Championship, 1412 Laser Gun Surfing Battle Championship, 1412 Competitive Eating Championship, and the 1412 Tag Team Championships. The titles gleam under the spotlight, each one intricately designed and highly coveted. Freddy Krueger. These championships are up for grabs tonight. Every match, every battle, every challenge will push our competitors to their limits. Only the strongest, the smartest, and the bravest will emerge victorious. Rita Repulsa steps forward, her eyes glinting with excitement and ambition. Tonight, we separate the legends from the losers. Prepare yourselves for an unforgettable night of chaos, skill, and raw power. The crowd's cheers grow louder, the anticipation reaching a fever pitch. Freddy, Dana, and Rita exchange knowing looks, their expressions conveying the high stakes and intense competition that lies ahead. Let the games begin. The lights flash dramatically, the music swells, and the arena is charged with an electric energy. The night is set for an unforgettable series of battles, each one promising to be more thrilling than the last. Segment 3, Backstage Mayhem. The scene shifts abruptly from the roaring crowd to the chaos backstage. The camera navigates through a maze of wires, equipment, and bustling staff until it zeroes in on a secluded corner. The atmosphere here is frenetic, with a palpable tension in the air. In this corner stands Bars, a fierce and imposing wrestler, visibly agitated. His face is contorted in disgust as he glares at a carton of boiled eggs sitting on a table. The camera zooms in, capturing the intensity of his expression. Bars grabs the carton, his powerful hands trembling with anger. He lifts it high, giving the camera a close-up of the offending eggs before he hurls it to the ground with a forceful crash. The eggs splatter across the floor, a symbolic act of defiance. Bars turns to face the camera, his eyes burning with rage and conviction. He steps closer, his presence dominating the screen. He takes a deep breath, his muscles tensed, and then he begins his promo, his voice booming with intensity. I hate these with all my heart, just as much as I hate Scott Steiner and his pack of rabid tigers. The camera captures every word, every nuance of his expression as Bars continues to rant. His voice is filled with venom, each word a calculated strike. Scott Steiner, you think you can intimidate me with your tigers, with your sheer brute force? Think again. I've faced bigger threats and come out on top every single time. These eggs, they're nothing compared to the hatred I have for you and your cronies. He pauses, his breath heavy, his eyes never leaving the camera. The intensity of his hatred is palpable, almost tangible. Tonight, I'm not just fighting for a championship. I'm fighting to prove that I am the unstoppable force in 1412 wrestling. Steiner, you and your Tigers better be ready, because when I step into that ring, I'm bringing the fight of your life. No mercy, no backing down, just pure, unadulterated fury. With a final glare at the camera, Bars turns away, leaving the mess of broken eggs behind. The camera lingers on the splattered remains, a stark reminder of his intense disdain, before cutting back to the electrified crowd, now more eager than ever to see what unfolds next. Segment 4, Match 1. The arena lights flicker and dim, drawing the audience's attention to the ring. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation as the announcer steps into the spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first match of the night. Competing for the prestigious 1412 Sword Fighting Championship, please welcome our competitors. The crowd erupts in cheers as the iconic theme music of Bugs Bunny plays. The rascally rabbit himself hops into the arena, wielding a sword with his signature cheeky grin. Bugs plays to the crowd, performing exaggerated sword flourishes and confident gestures, eliciting laughter and cheers from his fans. The lights shift and the music changes to a powerful upbeat track as Nikki Bella strides into the ring. Her demeanor is focused and determined, her eyes locked on her opponent. She holds her sword with a firm grip, exuding confidence and strength. The crowd roars in support, eager to see this unique matchup. The referee signals the start of the match. Bugs Bunny immediately begins with his typical antics, trying to outwit Nikki with quick, unpredictable movements and playful taunts. The crowd laughs and cheers, thoroughly entertained by his antics. However, Nikki Bella is not easily distracted. She keeps her focus, her movements precise calculated. She counters Bugs' playful attacks with skill and determination, her eyes never leaving her opponent. As the match progresses, Bugs Bunny's antics grow more frantic, realizing that Nikki is not falling for his tricks. Nikki seizes an opportunity and makes a bold move, disarming Bugs with a swift and unexpected strike. The crowd gasps, watching in awe as she follows up with a series of precise attacks, pushing Bugs back on the defensive. In a final, dramatic moment, Nikki Bella performs a masterful maneuver, knocking Bugs Bunny's sword from his grasp and sending it flying across the ring. She points her sword at him, a triumphant look on her face. The referee steps forward, raising Nikki Bella's hand in victory. The crowd erupts into cheers, celebrating her hard-fought win. Your inaugural 1412 sword fighting champion, Nikki Bella. The lights flash and music blares as Nikki Bella is presented with the championship belt. She holds it high above her head, beaming with pride and accomplishment. Bugs Bunny, ever the good sport, gives a theatrical bow to Nikki before hopping out of the ring, still wearing his trademark grin. The camera captures Nikki's triumphant moment, her expression filled with determination and pride as she waves to the cheering crowd. The first match of the night has set an electrifying tone for the rest of the event, with the bar now set high for the competitors to follow. Segment 5, Interview. The scene transitions to the backstage area where the lights are slightly dimmer, but the energy is no less intense. The camera focuses on Pauly Shore, the charismatic and comedic interviewer, standing in front of a 1412 wrestling backdrop. He's holding a microphone and flashing his signature grin at the camera. Hey, buddy, we've got a real treat for you tonight. Joining me now are Scott Steiner and, believe it or not, a sentient dumpster. The camera pulls back to reveal Scott Steiner standing next to a large anthropomorphic dumpster with eyes, a mouth, and an animated expression. Steiner looks as intense as ever, his muscles bulging and his expression fierce. The sentient dumpster seems surprisingly animated, its lid opening and closing as if to mimic breathing. Scott, big guy, you've got a lot on your plate tonight. How are you feeling about your match and your unique companion here? Steiner grabs the microphone, his face a picture of rage and intensity. You're all trash, every single one of you. And I'm here to take out the garbage. This dumpster here, it's a symbol of what I think about my opponents. They're nothing but trash, and I'm going to crush them all. Steiner's voice echoes through the backstage area, his passion and fury almost tangible. The sentient dumpster nods vigorously in agreement, its lid clanking up and down. Pauly Shore pulls the microphone back, trying to maintain his composure and humor. Well, that's certainly a strong statement, Steiner. But let's hear from your partner in grime, Dumpster. Any thoughts on tonight's events? The sentient dumpster leans forward, its animated eyes narrowing as it speaks in a gravelly, mechanical voice. We're going to take out the trash and show everyone what real garbage looks like. There's no place for filth in 1412 wrestling, and we're here to clean house. The camera captures the intensity of the bizarre duo, their combined presence both intimidating and oddly comical. Just as the atmosphere reaches peak tension, Elvira, mistress of the dark, steps into the frame, her gothic elegance a stark contrast to the scene. Well, that was a garbage response. Her voice drips with sarcasm and wit, instantly diffusing the tension. The crowd watching on the screens chuckles at her comment, appreciating her sharp humor. Pauly Shore grins, clearly enjoying the unexpected twist. Thanks, Elvira. Well, there you have it, folks. Trash talk, literal trash, and a whole lot of drama. Back to you guys at ringside. The camera zooms out as Pauly, Steiner, the sentient dumpster, and Elvira exchange glances. The scene fades back to the main arena, where the crowd's excitement is at an all-time high, eager to see what other surprises the night has in store. Segment 6, Match 2. The lights in the arena dim once more, and the crowd's anticipation rises as the announcer steps into the spotlight, ready to introduce the next thrilling event of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the 1412 Laser Gun Surfing Battle Championship. Get ready for a fatal four-way match featuring Eric Matthews, Lady Gaga, Dua Lipa, and Earthworm Jim. The crowd roars with excitement as the arena is bathed in vibrant, pulsating lights. The energy is electric as the first competitor, Eric Matthews, makes his entrance. The theme music from Boy Meets World plays, and Eric steps onto the stage with a confident grin, waving to the cheering fans. He wields a sleek laser gun, ready for action. Next up, the lights shift to a dazzling array of colors as Lady Gaga's Bad Romance blasts through the speakers. Gaga strides into the arena, her outfit a spectacular blend of futuristic and glamorous. She holds her laser gun with a fierce determination, her eyes set on the prize. The crowd goes wild, captivated by her presence. The music transitions smoothly to Dua Lipa's Don't Start Now, and the pop sensation enters with a powerful, confident stride. Dua Lipa's laser gun is decorated with neon lights, matching her energetic and vibrant persona. She greets the fans with enthusiasm, ready to give her all in the ring. Finally, the atmosphere takes a playful turn as the theme from the classic video game Earthworm Jim plays. Earthworm Jim, the beloved hero, wriggles his way into the arena, his laser gun in hand and a determined look in his eyes. The crowd cheers, excited to see their favorite worm in action. The competitors take their positions in the ring, each one ready to prove their mettle. The referee signals the start of the match, and the arena explodes with action. Laser beams flash across the ring as each competitor surfs on high-tech hoverboards, weaving and dodging with incredible agility. Eric Matthews showcases his surprising skill, combining his quick reflexes with strategic moves. Lady Gaga performs breathtaking stunts, her movements both graceful and powerful. Dua Lipa matches Gaga's intensity, her attacks precise and relentless. Earthworm Jim brings a unique blend of agility and creativity, using his worm-like flexibility to his advantage. The match is a whirlwind of laser beams, hoverboard tricks, and dramatic near misses. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, cheering for their favorite competitors. Each participant has moments of brilliance, making it an unpredictable and thrilling contest. As the match reaches its climax, Eric Matthews seizes an opportunity. With a series of daring maneuvers, he outsmarts his opponents, weaving through their attacks and landing decisive hits. In a final, dramatic moment, Eric knocks Lady Gaga off her hoverboard, sending her crashing to the mat. He then swiftly disarms Earthworm Jim and dodges a final attack from Dua Lipa, securing his victory. The referee raises Eric Matthews' hand in triumph as the crowd erupts in applause and cheers. The other competitors, though disappointed, acknowledge his skill and effort with sportsmanlike nods. Your new 1412 laser gun surfing battle champion, Eric Matthews. Eric is presented with the championship belt, which he holds high above his head, beaming with pride. The arena lights up with vibrant colors, celebrating his hard-fought victory. The camera captures Eric's triumphant moment, his face shining with joy and determination as he waves to the ecstatic crowd. The scene fades to the roaring audience, now more energized than ever, eagerly awaiting the next exciting chapter of the night's events. Segment 7. Backstage Chaos. The scene shifts once again to the backstage area, where the atmosphere is buzzing with a different kind of energy. The camera navigates through the maze of bustling crew members and scattered equipment before focusing on an intense confrontation. In the center of the commotion stand Corey Matthews and Topanga Lawrence, engaged in a heated discussion with Harley Kiner. Corey's face is flushed with frustration, his gestures animated as he tries to make his point. Topanga, equally passionate, stands beside him, her expression a mix of determination and exasperation. Corey and Topanga are dressed in casual yet stylish outfits, a stark contrast to Harley's more rugged, rebellious appearance. The tension between them is palpable, their voices rising above the background noise. Harley, you can't just come in here and disrupt everything. We have a plan, and you're messing it all up. We need everyone to work together, not create more chaos. What are you even thinking? Harley Kiner, ever the tough guy, crosses his arms and smirks, clearly enjoying riling them up. Oh, come on, Corey. You know I live for chaos. Besides, what's the fun if everything goes according to plan? As the argument intensifies, the camera catches sight of a Magikarp flopping around nearby, its exaggerated splashing adding a surreal and almost comedic element to the scene. The sight of the fish, so out of place in the backstage chaos, brings an unexpected touch of absurdity to the moment. The camera pans to Magikarp, capturing its determined but futile attempts to navigate the bustling backstage environment. Its presence is bizarrely captivating, drawing confused looks from the crew members and wrestlers passing by. Back to the confrontation, Corey throws his hands up in exasperation. This is ridiculous. We're trying to put on a show here, Harley, not start a brawl. And what's with the fish? This is madness. Harley glances at Magikarp and then back at Corey and Topanga, his smirk widening. Hey, if a fish can handle this chaos, so can you two. Lighten up a bit, will ya? The absurdity of the situation seems to momentarily diffuse the tension. Corey and Topanga exchange glances, a mix of disbelief and reluctant amusement on their faces. The camera captures this moment of unexpected levity, highlighting the strange, unpredictable nature of the backstage environment. As Magikarp continues to splash around, the camera zooms out, capturing the chaotic yet oddly harmonious scene. The confrontation, the fish, and the bustling crew create a vivid tableau of the unpredictable world behind the curtain. The scene fades back to the main arena, where the audience is buzzing with curiosity, eager to see how the night's drama will continue to unfold. Segment 8, Match 3. The lights in the arena dim once more, signaling the start of the next highly anticipated event. The announcer steps into the spotlight, his voice echoing through the excited crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the 1412 Competitive Eating Championship. Tonight's competitors are the legendary Mewtwo, the king of pop Michael Jackson, the indomitable Joey Tribbiani, and the unstoppable Chuck Norris. The crowd erupts into cheers as the competitors make their entrances. Mewtwo floats into the arena, emanating an aura of psychic power. The audience is in awe, captivated by the sight of the powerful Pokemon. Next, Michael Jackson moonwalks onto the stage, his iconic dance moves drawing cheers and applause from his fans. The lights then shift to a more humorous tone as Joey Tribbiani makes his entrance, his trademark "How you doin'" greeting the crowd. He waves to his fans, his confidence evident as he approaches the competition table. Finally, Chuck Norris strides into the arena, his mere presence commanding respect and admiration from the audience. The competitors take their places at the table, each one ready to prove their prowess in the ultimate eating challenge. The table is piled high with an assortment of sandwiches, a daunting feast that would intimidate even the most seasoned eater. The referee signals the start of the match, and the competitors dive in, their focus and determination evident. Mewtwo uses its psychic abilities to manipulate the sandwiches, levitating them into its mouth with incredible precision. Michael Jackson eats with surprising speed and agility, his movements almost dance-like even as he devours the sandwiches. Chuck Norris methodically works through the sandwiches, his steely resolve and sheer strength making quick work of the piles before him. Joey Tribbiani, however, is the star of the show. His love for food and insatiable appetite give him an edge over his competitors. He eats with incredible speed and enthusiasm, seemingly never slowing down. As the match progresses, it becomes clear that Joey is pulling ahead. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, cheering him on as he continues to devour sandwich after sandwich. The other competitors, despite their impressive efforts, struggle to keep up with Joey's relentless pace. In a dramatic and unexpected twist, Joey Tribbiani finishes the last sandwich, his hands raised in triumph. The crowd erupts into wild applause, celebrating his incredible victory. Announcer, your new 1412 competitive eating champion, Joey "How You Doin' Tribbiani." Joey is presented with the championship belt, which he holds high above his head, beaming with pride and satisfaction. The camera captures his triumphant moment, his face shining with joy as he waves to the ecstatic crowd. The scene fades back to the main arena, where the audience's excitement is at an all-time high, eagerly awaiting the next thrilling event of the night. Segment 9. Chaos in the hallway. The camera switches to a bustling hallway backstage, where Allie and AJ are seen in a heated argument with Beavis and Butthead. The tension is high, their voices clashing as they exchange barbs and insults. You guys are so immature. Can't you take anything seriously? Yeah, we have a show to run here. Heh, chill out, dudes. We're just having fun. Yeah, lighten up, haha. The argument grows more intense, the voices rising above the background noise. Suddenly, the ground shakes, and a frenzied Tyrannosaurus storms into the hallway. The monstrous creature, a terrifying hybrid of a Tyrannosaurus rex and a satanic entity, roars loudly, its presence instantly creating chaos. Without warning, Tyrannosatan lunges at Butthead, scooping him up in its massive jaws. Beavis screams in terror, and the hallway erupts into pandemonium. Crew members and wrestlers scramble to get out of the way as Tyrannosatan wreaks havoc, its roar echoing through the halls. What the? Run! The camera captures the sheer chaos, the scene a whirlwind of movement and noise. Tyrannosatan thrashes wildly, causing destruction wherever it goes. Allie and AJ, along with Beavis, manage to escape the immediate danger, but the scene remains chaotic and frenzied. As the camera pulls back, the viewer is left with a sense of the utter madness that has erupted backstage. The scene fades back to the main arena, where the crowd, now aware of the chaos behind the scenes, is buzzing with a mix of excitement and apprehension, eagerly awaiting what will happen next in this unpredictable night. Segment 10, Match 4. The lights in the arena dim once again, signaling the start of the final match of the night. The crowd's excitement is palpable as the announcer steps into the spotlight, ready to introduce the competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening. Fighting for the 1412 Tag Team Championships, please welcome Power and Glory and Jay and Silent Bob. The arena erupts into cheers as Power and Glory, consisting of Paul Roma and Hercules, make their entrance. Their powerful physiques and confident strides command respect as they approach the ring, ready for battle. The lights flash and the music blares, adding to the intensity of the moment. Next, Jay and Silent Bob enter the arena to a chorus of enthusiastic cheers. The iconic duo, known for their comedic antics and laid back demeanor, step into the ring, their expressions a mix of determination and humor. The crowd loves their unique style, and their presence adds an exciting dynamic to the match. The referee signals the start of the match, and the ring explodes with action. Power and Glory showcase their strength and power, executing powerful moves that shake the ring. Paul Roma's agility and Hercules' sheer force create a formidable combination. On the other hand, Jay and Silent Bob rely on their unconventional tactics and surprising acrobatics, keeping their opponents on their toes. The match is a thrilling spectacle, filled with high-flying moves, dramatic near falls, and intense exchanges. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, cheering and gasping with every twist and turn. Both teams give it their all, pushing their limits and delivering a performance that keeps everyone captivated. In the climactic moments of the match, Power and Glory manage to gain the upper hand. With a combination of brute strength and strategic teamwork, they overpower Jay and Silent Bob. Hercules lifts Silent Bob into the air, executing a devastating power move, while Paul Roma takes down Jay with a high-flying maneuver. The referee counts to 3, and the crowd erupts into applause and cheers as Power and Glory stand victorious. Your new 14-12 Tag Team Champions, Power and Glory. Paul Roma and Hercules are presented with the championship belts, which they hold high above their heads, basking in the adulation of the crowd. The arena is filled with cheers and applause, celebrating their hard-fought victory. The lights dim, and the arena is filled with an expectant hush. Suddenly, the stage lights up with a dazzling display of colors as Kylie Minogue, the pop sensation, steps into the ring. Sponsored by her own brand, Kylie Minogue wines, she looks radiant and confident. The crowd goes wild as Kylie begins to sing one of her hit songs. Her powerful voice and energetic performance captivate the audience, who sing along and dance in their seats. The atmosphere is electric, filled with joy and excitement. As Kylie finishes her performance, the lights shift and Iron Sheik steps into the ring. The crowd erupts into laughter and cheers as the legendary wrestler grabs a microphone. Iron Sheik. Eric Matthews, you think you can eat sandwiches and be a champion? Ha! I'll humble you, jabroni. The crowd roars with laughter at Iron Sheik's hilarious promo, his larger-than-life personality shining through. Kylie Minogue smiles and waves to the fans, enjoying the playful banter. Segment 12. Backstage Drama. The camera cuts to a backstage area where CM Punk and Jeff Jarrett are seen deep in strategy, discussing their plans for the upcoming matches. The atmosphere is tense, filled with a sense of urgency and determination. Suddenly, the scene is interrupted by the Wet Bandits, who ambush CM Punk and Jeff Jarrett. The attack is swift and chaotic, with punches and kicks flying as the Wet Bandits wreak havoc. The camera captures the intensity of the brawl, with CM Punk and Jeff Jarrett fighting back, trying to fend off the unexpected assault. The backstage area is filled with noise and movement as crew members scramble to get out of the way. Segment 13. The camera cuts to the ring where Freddy Krueger stands, his presence commanding immediate attention. The crowd falls silent, eager to hear his announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event for the next show will be a clash of titans. Scott Steiner versus Bars for the 14-12 World Championship. The crowd erupts into cheers, the anticipation for the upcoming match already building. Freddy's razor-sharp fingers gleam under the spotlight as he smirks, knowing that the next show promises to be even more intense. Segment 14, more backstage chaos. The camera cuts to another chaotic scene backstage, where the Tanner family and the Flintstones are brawling with the Monstars and the superhuman samurai Cyber Squad. The scene is a whirlwind of punches, kicks, and shouts, with bodies flying everywhere. The camera captures the mayhem, showing the sheer chaos and unpredictability of the backstage environment. The brawl is intense, with each side fighting fiercely, adding to the overall excitement of the night. Segment 15. As the night draws to a close, The commentators Pauly Shore, Elvira, and Mr. Feeney take their places ready to sign off. Wow, what a night. This has been one for the books, buddy. Absolutely. I've seen a lot of wild things, but tonight was something else. Remember, the important thing is not to win, but to wrestle well. And if that doesn't work, at least don't get eaten by a Tyrannosatan. The crowd laughs and cheers, appreciating Mr. Feeney's wise and humorous words. The camera pans across the arena, capturing the excitement and satisfaction of the audience. The scene fades to black, marking the end of the inaugural episode of 1412 Wrestling. It's been an off-the-wall, bizarre, and action-packed show, leaving the audience breathless and craving for more.